Hello everyone and welcome back to Kinkoi, Reina's route. It's sunny now, isn't it? Sorry, that was a joke we did before we started.
Which we somehow both thought of at the same time because we're stupid.
But that's why you watched, hopefully. Sorry, were you going to say something?
I was. Or rather, I was gonna...
Oh yes,
that
we have a
is
special
the
guest.
sound of a marble. Our special guest is Ramon.
We're not sponsored.
No, not yet. Please sponsor me. I love the watermelon flavor.
It was a bit sunny out today.
でも天気予報では明日またくっそ寒い。場合により雪になるでしょう。だって。
Well, I'll be hibernating then.
Fine by me. It'll be a white Christmas.
そしてその後来週の予報も寒い日ばっかり。要するに、今日が今年最後の比較的暖かい日となる可能性が高い。
Aren't there like 7 days of the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think that's the joke.
We should take advantage of it then.
だよね。
It sucks wasting the day inside.
What? No, it doesn't. There are plenty of things you can do inside. Build a fort, watch movies, other things. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
お外に出かけたい。
Or not.
Or even if we don't, I want to do something.
何かしたい。
Oh yeah, we still need to clean up.
それはノーサンキューなんだよな。
Our excitement was short-lived and soon fell to pieces.
I get it, but we should try. We don't have that much time left to clean.
We made some progress since winter break started, so it was clean to some extent. We just had to hold out a little longer.
Why don't we finish cleaning up today so we can start things off on a high note tomorrow?
何張り切ってるんだか。
I love delayed gratification.
朝誰かとルインしてたよね。あれって。
Chieka, she's been pestering me like crazy to finish cleaning.
褒めつけ役ができると怖いね。
Like Mina-chan, Chaika had always been a bit of a nag.
しゃあない。やっちまいますか。
Yeah.
We could finish cleaning within the next 2 hours if we tried. Let's do it! And we're back.
Yeah.
おりゃー
Okay, enough with the callback jokes.
But that's like half our shtick.
ち。
Reina tried to skip out again, but I forced her to get to work. We cleaned both of our rooms at the same time.
はい、できました。レイナ先輩。サンキュー、あかねちん。
Okay, if by we you mean
We.
Reina roped Akane into cleaning her room.
It's more like the royal we.
That's the best kind of we. It's gold-plated.
Don't make your underclassmen help.
いいんですよ。お掃除とか綺麗にするの好きですから。
Maybe we should have gone down her route.
Isn't it uncomfortable washing stuff in cold water like that?
ハートが燃えてるから平気です。
We should have seen that coming.
それに、お二人のお役に立てると思うと嬉しいんです。子やの。
You should marry her, Reina.
同感。どうだい、あかねちん。お姉さんのところに来るかい？
Cleaning was just one of those activities where you got a major boost when you put on the finishing touches. Getting that far was the hard part. We'd made it this far, but...
Alright, done.
お疲れさん。
We'd gotten everything clean enough that nobody would complain if they gave it a cursory look. I could proudly say we'd successfully pulled off a real cleaning spree.
I'm beat.
私も。
You didn't do anything.
Didn't we split the work about 70-30 in my favor?
ごめんごめん。
I'd known this for some time now, but Reina really didn't seem cut out for housework in general. She did have a maternal side, but her free-spirited nature did show through in that aspect. That mentality made me worry for her future, and mine too since we're on her route.
Still, it's a little dusty in here.
ああ、カーテンの上とか上の方のホコリ取るのは全部オールだったもんね。
Only because I'm a guy. Also, I'm taller than you.
流してきたら部屋と同時に体もさっぱりしてきなさい。
You wanna come with?
I'll do that. No, we just learned that she can't clean.
It was still only the afternoon, but I decided to take a quick bath. Oh, I wish we had bathtubs. Showers were awfully cold and lonely. Oh well, may as well take some time and warm up.
Yeah.
We spent the rest of the afternoon lounging around. Given all the stamina we used up that morning, we were a teensy bit drowsy.
あ
Hey,
We hadn't seen this pair in a while.
何やってんのこんなとこで。いやー、朝のうちに両方の部屋を大掃除してさ。
after we finished, we didn't want to stick around to get our rooms dirty.
本末転倒ですね。あ、くそ。
What's wrong, Rhea?
Was that your favorite horse? She looked kind of ticked off. But when I asked...
Don't Be Glue is a fan favorite.
Oh, I'd forgotten about Don't Be Glue.
あなんだよ。俺がどうかしたかってんだよ。
No, you just seem annoyed.
何にムカついてるって？どこが？俺がどうしてムカついてるって思うんだよ。え？
No reason in particular.
What's your deal?
現在禁煙3日目。何を言ってもネチネチ絡まれます。
That would do it.
リアちゃん禁煙してるんだ。別に禁煙なんてしてねえよ。ちょっとやめてるだけだよ。俺は別に吸いたいから吸ってるだけでやめようと思えばすぐなんだから、改めて禁煙とか言う必要ねえよ。
And I've only gone through half a pack of nicotine patches.
はは、イラタンかよ。
I didn't think she'd be that much of a pain when she gave up smoking.
She was more mature when she smoked. Otherwise, she was a huge brat.
まあまあ、落ち着きんさい。そういう時はいいものがあるある。
Is it coffee milk?
I bet it's coffee milk. Reina headed into the convenience store.
はーい、コーヒー牛乳。口寂しいならこれだよ。
Ding ding ding, we have a winner.
コーヒー牛乳ってガキかよ。
Sometimes.
こんなもんが何の役に立つって。
She settled down.
Oh, that reminds me. Somebody reminded me in the comments that Rhea, same voice actress who was Wakane in
Yes.
Sanoboichi, and was also Mako in Senranbanka.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't notice Mako, actually. Like, I never noticed that she was Mako. There was some line she said where I noticed that she was Wakan. Yeah, so good to have her back too.
That's cool. Our brief discussion transitioned into a full-blown conversation. Sneak, sneak. We eventually formed pairs, which left Ria and I alone to talk.
Why do you stop smoking? Worried about a health issue?
別に、ちょっと事情があんの。
Clatter. She took a package of chocobolos out of her pocket and scarfed them down in a single go. Boy, it's been a while since we've seen those too.
Mm-hmm. I heard smokers crave sweets when they quit.
別に欲しくねえよ。てか禁煙とかじゃねえよ。ちょっと吸わなくしてるだけだから。それで別のもんが欲しくなるとかそういうのはねえよ。
Sure, don't pick a fight.
She was normally calm and collected, so it was amusing to see her get riled up for no reason.
お疲れですね。ちょっとね。そういえば、寮内の部員で回っておりましたが、市松さんとお付き合いされているそうで。ああ、ごめん。忙しくて忘れてたけど、あやかっちには一言断っとくべきだったよね。なんで私に？関係ございませんじゃありませんの。でも無関係ではないじゃん、私ら3人。もう無関係です。
She was only a little behind.
そうだ、あやかっち。一つ言っておきたかった。
We're always behind.
私内の浮気判定では、あやかっちだけはありにしてるから、性欲処理に困ったら、オール使ってもいいよ。
Is this how we end up on the Ayaka route?
Maybe.
ほら、薬の後遺症的な、あれのことを思い出すと、体ムズムズってなることあるでしょ？そんな時、どうしても我慢できないなら、オール使って OK。
Credit to Reina for being very open-minded, I suppose.
ただし、お尻だけね。妊娠とかそういうのが絡んでくると、こっちも困るから。あくまで性欲処理だけの関係ってことで。しません！ならいいけど。そんな不潔なこと、性欲処理とか、そんな。
Later in the episode, we go back to our room and we just hear noises from the closet. Jokasaki, are you in the closet again?
Are you in there again?
She just screams like E.T.
そんな、また市松さんにお尻を可愛がっていただくとか、そんな。
Her face.
ありえません。まあ、あやかっちが望む通りに。私は OK。それだけ伝えたかった。ほら、ピルとか、参加委員の紹介とか、いろいろやってくれて、あれの感謝の印ってことで。
Wow, okay. Good on Jokasaki.
単なる罪滅ぼしです。気兼ねせずとも結構。だいたい市松さんが困るでしょ。私とまた、なんて。
Would it though?
いや、オーロにこの話したら、結構乗り気だったよ。城ヶ崎の体ならまたお願いしたいなーとか言ってた。まあ冗談っぽくだけど。今度は指と舌だけで何回行くか試したいとか、干潮してフェラさせたら面白そうとか、抜かずに一日中過ごして穴を俺の形に変えてやるとか。
Really, all of the stuff in that one of those boxes.
Yeah, that's probably where he got the idea, I would imagine. Okay.
今にして思えば、オーロが読んでるエロ小説まんまのこと言ってたっけ。
Oh, good call.
あやかっち？何ですか？
Do you need some air? I think she needs some air.
ぼーっとしてるから。どうしたの？し 舌が回ってないよ。想像しただけで言っちゃった。
Boy, she needs some, like, Victorian hysteria treatments or something to help with her repression. Ooh.
Get any silver Loveriche emblems?
Meanwhile.
でね、秋からもう20は買ってるのに全然だ。
I bought 10 or so since we made our agreement, but I haven't seen a silver one yet either.
本当に入ってんのかこれ。なんかの理由でラブリッチマーク入れるのやめたとかじゃねえだろうな。
Yeah, I get it. They still do as proof of the two of us owning two each.
When all was said and done, the four of us got along quite well. Me and Jokosaki, Ria, and Reina, though there was some awkwardness present in these combinations.
ねえねえ、ところでリアちゃんは明日のシルビーのパーティー行くの？ん？
She brought up the subject of Christmas tomorrow.
行かない、俺は。
Ria shook her head. Why did she say it like that?
なんか用事？仕事かな。
Not very convincing, but okay.
Did you have a job?
ああ、うるせえ。聞くな、いちいち。
She sounded bothered and ended the conversation.
残念。ま、その分は私らが楽しんできますよ。美味しい料理も出るそうだし。
Sure will.
We'd heard bits and pieces about the scale of the party, but Reina sounded especially excited for the food. That's not surprising at all.
Also, a celebrity is supposed to perform there or something?
そうそう。誰だかは教えてくれなかったけど、なんかすっごいサプライズがあるとか。
I don't really care about celebrities though, so I'm fine on that front.
We will see if that holds true when he figures out who it is. No.
だね。あ、でも、マリア・ビショップとか来たらどうする？
Well, that'd be great. I'd be happy if she did. Ria? Why are you smirking?
別に。
Come on, don't be glue.
ま、楽しんでこいよ。
Yeah.
うん。
Something on your mind?
Ria had been acting awfully grumpy, but seemed oddly amused by that Maria Bishop comment for some reason.
あ？うん、なんでもない。お前ら、俺が思ってた以上に相性いいよな。え？
Really? I do think we're getting along well enough.
うまくバランス取れてるんだな。
Oh hey, it came back.
Ah.
That was right. I'd asked for her advice on our relationship.
I've apparently got a talent for it, like you said.
And so did Reina.
知ってる。
Ria was sarcastic as ever. However, she was smiling with delight.
Kinko Loveriche.
December 24th, Christmas Eve.
先輩夜から雪マークついてます。
Could we expect a white Christmas this year?
I'd say the odds were high given how the sky looked. This region didn't get much snow, so it was considerably rare for it to snow on Christmas.
降るなら楽しみですよね。
Well, we can guarantee it if Bing Crosby is the guest at the party.
You sure do love snow.
燃えますよね。
Talk about polar opposites.
Ba-dum-tsh. I did enjoy it to some degree, but a part of me felt annoyed at the idea of it piling up. I sounded like a grumpy old man, didn't I? Or like Harvey from Hey Arnold. I hate the snow. I hate the snow. I hate the rain and I hate the sleet.
Oh man, I haven't thought about that show in a while.
I love that episode.
Yeah. Actually, there were a lot of really good episodes.
There were, yeah. That was a great show. That and the, the Haunted Engineer?
Oh, yeah.
That one was great. Oh well, it was to be expected that I couldn't work up any excitement today. It wasn't serious enough to talk about, but I was waiting on Reina's test results, and it was weighing heavily on my mind. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because this is her follow-up.
Yeah, this is the actual, real one, right?
Well, I don't know if it's the real one per se, because the first one came back negative, but this is kind of like just making sure that the first test was right.
Okay.
Oh, good.
No, she's doing the same thing she did the first time.
I don't know, Jokasaki's face though.
Hey. Did it go okay?
あのね、オーロ、実は。
Reina pet her abdomen.
だから妊娠はしていません。先週もやりましたよね、これ。
Okay, her I didn't believe. It was your face, Jokasaki, that had me questioning it. You played along with this crap.
あやかっちバラすの早い。
Nah, you walked in there with that serious look on your face, and I thought, she's pulling the same stunt as last week, too.
Okay, well, you are Ouro in this case. I am a fool.
チェ、二人ともノリ悪いかよ。
Her results were negative, even on the 2-week checkup.
Are we in the clear now?
現代医学では 99.9% 陰性だったと判断します
Yeah, but that 0.1% is what gets you.
晴れてあの 3P は3人のお楽しみ会だったってことになりましたとさ。
Oh, this was a load off my mind.
安心はしたけど、こうなるとちょっと寂しいような。どうだい二人とも。妊娠してなかった記念ってことで、これから一発 3P 第2回戦とか。
Jokasaki's gonna kill one of us.
Hey, Reina, that's not funny.
It's hilarious. We were supposed to treat that like it never happened.
I'd be fine with it, but Jokasaki's gonna be pissed.
Or is she?
Jokasaki?
Are you seriously entertaining this notion?
するわけないでしょバカじゃないの
I know that. You don't need to yell at me.
He thinks the lady doth protest too much. What was with that awkwardly long pause just now? Was she reading her lines too? Jokasaki ran off.
あやかっち、なかなかあの件はネタにしてくれないな。
Not like we could force her.
To take the joke or the threesome? We tried to laugh the whole thing off, but she always had this super serious and beet red look on her face whenever the topic came up.
To be fair, she really has that serious expression almost always.
It's true, it's her default state. Probably just a matter of her disposition, and there was no helping that. Yeah, based on the comments, it sounds like that really is just her disposition.
Yeah.
And we have more of that to look forward to in the fan disc. Yay.
Still don't like her character.
I'm sure she'll have some redeeming she does have some redeeming qualities already. Because she can be a very caring friend.
She does have some good traits. Like, even some of her bad ones you could view from a good angle if you looked at it a different way.
Sure.
But she's still the character who spent months trying to run us out of the school because we aren't from that social class.
True.
So, no. Still don't like her. We'll see about in the future.
We can't see the future.
案外本当にまた 3P やりたがってたりして。
Yes.
No chance in hell. It's Jogasaki.
だよね。想像したら垂れて。
Ooze? Not the word I would have chosen.
Definitely not the word with that connotation.
All I can think now is the ooze is back.
Me too.
さて、そんであとは
We need to be on standby until 5 o'clock.
ちょっと長いね。
The day was still young, and we had quite a bit of time left until Sylvie's party later tonight. With no other options, we decided to hang out and watch another movie together.
はぁ。
Pretty chilly today, huh?
ねえ。オーロって一番好きな映画何？
Oh man, actually the second one was pretty good too.
Yep.
Return to the Future.
ああ。
Wow.
I actually love this.
That's brilliant. Love it. Although the pss cereal is still my favorite.
Yeah. There's also Star Warfare, or the one where they go on a journey to throw away a ring.
三部作が好きなの？
Not really, but they wrap up the story nicely. I got bored with Pori Hyder by the fourth movie.
あれは子役が成長しちゃうとどうしてもね。
What's your favorite movie?
君名は。ちょっと前だと雪の女王。
Refreshingly mainstream, huh?
否定はしない。
It was a leisurely time.
Is this a conversation to have on Christmas?
Is it not a conversation to have on Christmas?
いいじゃん別に。だらだらイチャイチャしてようぜ。寒い日はそれが一番。
Well, there are a couple of different implications for that.
Accurate. Well, yeah.
Reina cuddled up to me. Her boobs against my arm felt wonderful. When...
何？
Wait, what?
Like a dog?
It felt like you had a lot of nipples.
怖いこと言うなよ。ああ。
She removed the item from her breast pocket. I didn't even know she had a breast pocket.
Pills? What are those for?
ピル。アフターじゃないやつ。
That was unexpected.
Oh, is she like me every time I play Left 4 Dead and I just grab the pills and take them immediately every time?
Bill's here.
Did you get these from the doctor?
No, she stole them from Jokasaki. Surprise!
うん。 なんかね、食後30分以内に服用し、その1時間後を目安に交渉を開始しましょう。だって。こういうのって直前に飲んでさあ来いってイメージだったけど、使い方はちゃんとしてるんだね。
Medicine is medicine after all. So why?
そりゃあ、まあね。
The reason she'd gotten these pills. It wasn't as if I couldn't piece it together if I thought it through, but I'm not really capable of that much thought.
I'm fine with using condoms.
いやー、わかっちゃいるけど。
Little extra protection never hurt. Reina smiled bashfully.
Or Reina has a specific fetish.
Ah, that is entirely possible. Ah.
You want to do it with that one too.
I didn't realize that ah was apparently going to be appropriate.
だってさ、前にした時の記憶ほとんどないし。
That really put me on the spot. Perhaps it would be in our best interest to use a condom, as they were supposed to be nearly as effective as birth control pills. Not only that, but the idea of Reina taking a pill kind of bothered me. But if we could do it without a condom...
If it's only once, it might be nice.
だよね。それでハマらなきゃね。
Yeah, like Rhea and her cigarettes. You just hear from the other room, hey!
It wouldn't be wise to blindly trust the effectiveness of her birth control pills. Would it be wise to blindly accept the effectiveness of condoms? Nothing's 100% effective. It would be unfortunate if we didn't take advantage of the opportunity if it presented itself, though. This was part of being balanced, wasn't it? An embarrassed smile crossed Reina's face.
What do you want to have for lunch?
It was a little after 11 in the morning. It was still a little early, but if she needed to take medicine with a meal, then it made sense why she'd want an early lunch. Reina grinned from ear to ear. And that was when...
先輩、大変です。
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's in my pants. Huh?
That's the defect in the throne, remember?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that's where the unit is.
Ha! Oh no, how scandalous!
Hold up. Akane-chan!
We moved apart when we realized our cuddling had been too much for her to bear. Boy, her root's gotta be a lot of intensity. After we discreetly hid Reina's birth control pills...
お忙しいところ、すいません。
No, this was the planning phase for the busyness.
いやいや、むしろ一番忙しくないとこだったし。
Akane-chan had effectively shut us down when we were about to get busy, though. Wink, wink.
実は、外に変な人たちが。
Oh yeah, right, the stalkers. Forgot about that.
I actually forgot that was a thing at all.
Yeah.
Even though that was last episode.
Yeah.
Huh?
よくは見えなかったんですけど、外でお洗濯してたら、寮を覗いてる男の人たちがいたんです。あれって、レイナ先輩がおっしゃってた。オーラ。
Yeah. Akane-chan, tell the boarders to be careful.
はい。
We'd neglected to mention it to Ella-san, but we'd run into a similar issue on an entirely separate occasion. It was a shock that they would show up at this time of day and in broad daylight. Oh well. Should make it easy to identify them.
武器あるよ。
A knife.
That's not a knife. I readied my equipment just in case.
So he's like at the start of the almost every Metal Gear Solid game where you don't have a weapon.
Pretty much. But he at least has a box. This dorm was security conscious, so there were alarms you could press directly linked to the police, among other security items. Assuming I would call the cops later, I got some personal security items, a small air horn and pepper spray, together in the event that I'd need them. I scoped out the outside.
You two stay inside.
大丈夫。私も武器ある。いざという時は、戦います。
Reina and Akane-chan, who were carrying a can of mace and a mop respectively, followed after me.
I actually didn't see the can of when I was first scanning that with my eyes, so I was like, where did Reina get a mace from?
Jogasaki. That's what she uses against commoners.
Weirdly enough, Akane, I actually can imagine kicking someone's ass.
I was just thinking, man, with that mop, she's gonna wipe the floor with these guys.
Weird that she would wield a mop, considering I imagine her only really being good against grass type.
I didn't want to put them in danger, but I wasn't exactly the fighting type myself. I was just a normal type. And it had helped to have the others with me who were armed.
見たっていうのは？裏です。こっち。
We headed to the other side of the dorm. Oh, yeah, just to cover our bases completely, I grabbed my cell phone.
あれ？いないな。油断しないで。隠れてるのかも。
We went from behind the dorm to somewhere even more open.
Hi.
I called Ella-san. We'd be all set if Ella-san were here to fight them off. Either way, she offered to take a look into the possible suspects and could have some vital information for us. When I asked,
不審者ですか?
Have you figured anything out?
ああ、はい。寮の周りを見ていたものは分かりました。
Who were they?
はい。害はなしと見て放置しております。何せ全員。
intense wrestling. All of a sudden, a nearby bush rustled. 3 men suddenly appeared.
Whoa!
おろ、危ない！先輩！
全員、あなたの昔のご友
I
人で
knew
し
it.
た。
I knew it.
オーロ、やっと見つけた。
Huh?
Air horn.
Okay, wait. Based on turn order, who gets to go first?
That's a good question. What's our initiative?
Good point.
They were my acquaintances from the baseball club. Okay, I guess Reina goes first.
Okay, cool. I choose Akane next.
さて、レイナ先輩！先輩を守るため、この陸上部で鍛えた脚力による！
Okay, you're on top of this. Who's next in the turn order?
I guess that would be us.
アカネパーニングファイヤーキック！
Never mind. There is no next in the turn order.
All right. Can you go back and give me that line again? Please.
The burning fire kick, as you wish.
アカネパーニングファイヤーキック！
KO!
And then they died.
This kind of turned into a huge mess, but it was super effective.
Like, literally, like, that guy's torso is over there, that guy's arm's over there.
Oh crap, did we leave Super Gibbs mode on?
Okay. I'll be honest, I thought she would be effective not because she was in the track and field club, but just because she has so much energy. But yes, she is an actual athlete. I forgot about that.
Shit. You know what this means. She's a fighting fire type again.
She is.
Damn it.
Which is one of the best types, actually. I like that combo. It's a weird combo.
No, I know, but it's just that became so common for the third evolution to be a firefighting type.
Yeah, it was.
Oh well. Just blasé about it.
Feeling any better now?
いってててててて。まだ目がしょぼしょぼする。
いやー、ごめんごめん。すいませんでした。
That side route's dynamite.
I am not sorry at all because side route just won me over to her being the side route.
Okay.
Like this entire time, I don't know how many episodes I've talked about I don't know why she's a route. Look, if you give me more Akane burning fire kick, then alright.
Okay, that's fair.
They trespassed on private property, so it's fine.
あの催涙スプレー使ったのかい？あれ期限切れてるから腐ってるかも。目に入ったなら病院行った方がいいよ。
Oh, I just assumed they were tearing up because of Akane's burning kick.
This whole thing was a disaster.
The three suspicious characters turned out to be my former teammates from the baseball club. We'd passed by each other previously, and it eventually turned into a small tussle. They were the three athletes from Hamanon.
What were you guys doing here?
You don't belong here. It was safe to assume that they were here for me. They'd seen me heading toward Noble Academy before, and they likely heard something about my enrollment from Toryo. What I didn't know was why they came. They hated me, and I couldn't deny that the feeling was mutual. This was why it was best if we had no involvement with each other. This was the unspoken agreement I'd left behind.
It was unspoken because I didn't talk to them.
Exactly. According to Reina, these degenerates had been popping up now and again all over campus for the last week. That meant they weren't just screwing around. Hopefully they had a good reason for trespassing.
もっと早く会いたかったんだけど、まずお前がノーブル学園なんて通ってるってのが信じられなくてさ。しかも冬休み入っちゃったし。そっちの彼女さんを見つけたから聞こうとしたけど、すぐ逃げられちゃったし。その後も来てたんだけど、なんか黒服の外人さんにとっ捕まって尋問されて、しばらく来れなくて。ノーブル学園のセキュリティってすごいよな。
I more or less understood the situation now.
I kinda get it, but why did you come here?
ああ、うん。なあ、市松。島君のこと聞いてるよな。
What about him? Toryo? Heard about what? I knew he had been through a lot, in and out of a slump anyway.
アメリカから誘いが来たって。
Okay, that's different than I was expecting.
I'll be honest, I thought he was gonna quit playing baseball. That's the actual opposite of what I thought.
Yeah, me too.
Huh?
That I didn't know. Nor had I seen it coming.
アメリカの交渉に、まあ、
メジャーだわな。どっかのチームの代理人が交渉しに来たんだって。アマナンは退学して、向こうの大きなチームの傘下で野球やらないかって。
ああ、知らなかったみたいだな。ほら、やっぱダメじゃん市松。聞かされてもいないよ。
They assumed I was already in the loop and grimaced when our conversation hadn't panned out as well as they had hoped.
I prefer the hamburger.
My mind went blank as they clammed up, so our discussion came to a momentary standstill, but...
つまり、アメリカで支配下に入るってことですか？どういうこと？こっちの野球はやめて、いきなりアメリカで選手を目指すってことです。
Lucky for us, we had Akane-chan and Reina here.
普通なら、まず日本でプロになって、そこで実力が認められて、ようやく向こうへってなるんですけど。まだ若いうちに青たかり的な？そういうことだと思います。あんまり聞いたことないけど。
And yet you're doing such a nice job with the exposition.
そうなん？
すごく珍しいことだとは思うよ。
That probably would have ended the conversation if it were me, but I bet they were reluctant to cut it short now that a pair of adorable women had chimed in, and so they continued.
でもほら、島君は去年から実力を認められてただろう。今年は、だけど。
Yeah.
Pro baseball teams from around the world and throughout Japan had their sights set on Toryo all last year.
今年はスランプだから少なくとも向こうの話は消えたと思ってたんだけど、やっぱり島君は規格外だからまだ誘われてる。
It was a surprise, but not completely unexpected. Here we are again. Toryo had incredible potential, and it was only natural for the teams in the United States, the country in which baseball originated from, to show an interest in him and his talents.
So, what about it? If you wanted me to beg him not to leave, then you can count me out.
From their perspective, losing Toryo would be the same as missing out on next year's tournament. I knew they'd be in hot water if they let him go. Either way, it was none of my business. Toryo's opinion was more important to me than whatever these guys wanted. Crushing their adolescence for a second time was somewhat heartbreaking, though.
Oh well.
Or so I thought, but clearly my external voice is ahead of me.
とんでもない！逆だよ！
Oh, you're cheering him on. Okay, cool.
島君、断っちゃったんだそれ。うちを辞めると思ってたんだけど、続けるって。
Wow. Okay.
Huh?
Oh. Now I get it. For real this time. I'd heard rumors of Toryo quitting the team, but he'd personally refuted those claims. So that was what was going on? Huh.
なんで断るの？アメリカ行くのって野球やってれば一番の目標なんでしょ？
Yeah, but the offer
知
was
らないよ。
from Matt, so he was like,
英語が
"Nah."
喋れないとか、不安とか、そういうことかもしれないけど。
俺たちに気を使ってか。
That would be really rough if you got drafted in a country where you didn't know the language and you're just kind of going in and it's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
I mean, to be fair, I've lived in like 4 or 5 countries where I didn't know the language when I went there.
Yeah, but you're really good at picking up on language.
That's fair.
All three of them gazed downward.
だから、市松なら知ってるかもって思って来たんだけど。
Ichimatsu never knows. They stared at me bitterly. What the heck? Yeah, we were childhood friends, but I obviously didn't know everything about him. Well, never mind that. There were bigger fish to fry.
Right. My bad. Ignoring that for a second, but what do you mean when you said it was the opposite? Were you hoping I'd tell him to go?
That was the simplest conclusion to reach. Although it meant these guys would be giving up on next year's tournament. All three nodded their heads.
島君は絶対メジャーでも成功する男だ。でもこのままじゃ俺たちが足を引っ張って日本でプロになれるかすら怪しい。悔しいけど今は最大のチャンスだと思う。
だから挑戦してほしい。
俺たちだけじゃない。部員の総意だよ。
That was an exceptionally self-sacrificing decision they made.
You probably already know this, but you won't get very far next year without him.
失礼だな。俺たちそんな弱くねえよ。
Well, you're not
You're
hefty.
the Weenie Hut Jr.
Super Weenie Hut Juniors.
You've got a snowball's chance in hell of making it to nationals.
And we're not talking about Dante's hell either.
わかってる。
They seem to understand the gravity of the situation.
You want Toryo to go regardless.
本当言うと、俺たちも惜しいよ。残って一緒にやりたいし、全国にも行きたい。でもダメなんだ。今のままじゃ島君、来年まで持たないかも。
Hold out?
監督がもう切れちゃってるんだよ。夏の成績のせいで。
球が安定しないのは練習が足りないからだって。毎日島君に投げ込みばっかり命じてる。島君はあの通りだから毎日それに付き合って。他の練習ほとんどなしでピッチングばっかりなんだ。
You know, I kind of tried to give the coach the benefit of the doubt a little bit earlier, but nah, I just think he's a crappy coach.
Oh, I think he's terrible. Because the thing is, if you think about in this universe, right? Or actually, let's just use ours, right? And I haven't been a big baseball person in probably 20 years. If you have the best pitcher in maybe the country, or at least the region, right?
I think he is the best in the country.
Yeah, he's easily one of the best in the country. And you have a catcher that works perfectly with him. So maybe he's not like the best catcher in the country, but he's the best for that pitcher, which is all that matters, really. And who clearly was really good, actually. Then you have something you can build an entire team around. That's what you need. Because at least you can hopefully keep the score down even if you don't have big hitters.
Yeah.
Your team should be really good, and he somehow turned what should objectively be a good foundation for a team into nothing. It's really impressive.
Well, it's just the whole thing. It became a power trip because Ouro went against him, and he just kind of shot that down, and he destroyed the battery that was working so well.
ピッチャーさんって毎日投げるのはダメなんですよね。怪我しちゃうとかで。ガラスの肘とかそういうの？
It doesn't apply to every pitcher, but they often gamble with their already worn down limbs, like shoulders and elbows, and pray they won't break.
From what I read in a sports magazine, the human body could safely throw 100 balls at around 60 kilometers per hour in a single day. If one were to exceed this, it would put excessive centrifugal force upon their arm and further strain their shoulder and elbow, which could cause the capillaries in their fingers to rupture from the increased blood flow. Modern-day pitchers were clearly overworked and expected to pitch at 100 kilometers per hour, even in elementary school. Oh, that's nuts. Pro pitchers were expected to, at the bare minimum, to pitch at 130 kilometers per hour or 140 kilometers per hour. They were essentially fragile, disposable commodities playing a game of chicken.
Bonk?
This was the reason starting pitchers could only pitch once a week. It was, of course, normal for them to keep their number of pitches in check during practice, though.
How many pitches was he up to?
練習が始まってから終わるまでずっと。
That's crazy.
それで、練習を見に来てた向こうの人が、慌てて千葉くんに接触したみたい。
Oh, so they're trying to get him out of there. It all made sense now. That was why they felt the need to step in and broke the unspoken rule that athletes were off limits when they were still students.
なあ、頼むよ、市松。お前からも言ってやってくれ。
メジャーも厳しいは厳しいだろうけど、浜南にいるよりはマシなはずだよ。
俺たちが言っても聞かないんだ。でもお前なら幼馴染だろ。だから、ほら。
I didn't want to deal with this anymore either.
Let me see what he has to say, at least.
頼む。
We were only going to talk, and I wasn't promising I'd be able to persuade him.
緊張した。けど、
来てよかったよ、市松。
Maybe next time just try knocking on the front door instead of skulking around. They smiled at me. They kind of looked like everything had been resolved. Man, they were dumping all of this on me. Oh well, I needed to hear him out at the very least. I could do that much for them.
You better not hold it against me if you don't go to nationals for the second year in a row.
恨んでねえよ。
今年行けなかったのも、俺たちの練習不足だよ。
Their brilliant smiles never wavered. They knew it was pointless to pin their loss on anyone other than themselves. With that, it was clear I was the only one who had lost something after being driven off the team, so an apology would be nice. Well, no sense in worrying about it at this point.
にしてもお前、ノーブル学園入ったってマジなんだな。
どうやったんだよ、羨ましい。
Well, you see, I took a note from Bowser and kidnapped a princess.
And
だ
this
が
time it
この
didn't
寮
need
で
to
暮ら
be
してるんだ
playing
よな。
tennis.
この寮、この1週間女子しか見てないんだけど。
In a completely cheerful shift of tone, they brought up my current living situation.
It was kind of crazy, but dropping out of Hamanon was the best thing that ever happened to me. I got an adorable girlfriend out of it too.
どうも、彼女です。
この前も言ってたね。本当に彼女なんだ。
What, do you think I hired her?
かわいい。
付き合ってるってマジでマジなの？てかほら、お前この子の前はもっとビッチっぽいこと。
I wouldn't say that too
And
loud.
punch.
Yep.
Ria's just a friend.
Don't call her slutty.
Wait, why are you internal monologuing that?
俺、ああいう派手な子すごい好みなんだけど。友達なら紹介してくれない？
Man, you can't handle her.
Trust me, you're not her type.
くさん。てか、この子ですら相当羨ましいんだけど。
だよな。この前からめちゃくちゃ可愛いとは思ってたんだよ。
そう
Ria, Reina.
もっと言ってもっと。
Yes. A bit of a superiority complex.
ねえ、いいかしら。
Jokasaki must have noticed we were at a good stopping point and came down from the second floor.
なんかエロい美人が。
部外者の男子がここにいるのは支障があるのです。話なら、市松さんのお部屋でしてくれません？
No.
Nah, it's cool. They were just leaving. Oh, sorry.
Upon closer inspection, I noticed several girls peeking their heads out of their rooms from the second and third floors, and they looked far too scared to come downstairs with guys around. Now, you see, now, that is how you skulk about.
やっぱり全員女の子だ。しかも全員レベル高め。
We're done anyway. They were just leaving.
ああ、帰る。
まったく、庶民が入り込むと困るわ。
I half expect one of them to be, what's his name, that wronged her, and she's like, "What, you?" Jokasaki was being prickly for the first time in ages.
うわぁ、エロいけど性格悪そうな女。
Yeah, that's the real her.
Yep. It's like a cactus. Now that she'd said her piece, she started to head back to the second floor. When...
Jokasaki, hold on a sec.
Huh?
You got lint on your butt.
Tug.
Whoa!
Jokasaki jumped up in surprise when I gently plucked some rubbish off her clothes, and her knees nearly gave out from under her. I quickly caught her.
You okay?
ありがとう、市松さん。
Oh my god, I think hell just froze over.
Wait, that's actually the first time she's thanked us or said anything actually nice in this entire game. You're right.
I know, that's part of the reason I was just like, hell, okay. I returned her to her normal upright position, like a tray table in an airplane.
That's... I was just thinking, like, that tree right there.
Nothing particularly noteworthy otherwise.
くっついただけであのトロンとした顔。あの子、市松の子だ。
おい、市松。お前、ノーブル学園でどんな生活を？
I don't know, somebody drugged the air vents one time and it got weird.
Huh?
Just then,
あら、
Oh!
someone I hadn't seen in some time entered the dorm.
あのお方はまさか。
迎えに来ちゃった。もう準備はできている？早く一緒に行きましょ
I guess she had come to pick me up for the party.
Aren't you a little early?
う。わあ、早く行きましょうよ。おしゃべりの時間も欲しいわ。私、今年のクリスマスはオーロと一緒に過ごすのだけを楽しみにしてきたのよ。
She seemed awfully hyped up about hanging out after being apart for the last week.
お久しぶり。
こっちの子は。
間違いない。シルビア様とカミナル様だ。
しばらく会えませんでしたが、朝はちゃんと起きられていまして。あなた、私が毎朝起こしてあげないとちっとも早起きできないんですもの。あと、私との約束はちゃんと守れていまして。
What promise?
Yeah.
I did finish cleaning.
本当でしょうね。まったくあなたは私がいないとダメなんですから。この1週間ずっと気になっていましたわ。あなたのことが頭から離れませんでした。
We're not even on Sylvie's route.
Oh, I was gonna say, we're not even on Mina's route.
Yeah.
不審者の件は片付いたようですね。
Oh, yeah.
それで市松殿、例の今度、不審物の体液の話なのですが。
Oh no, did she test them? Ella-san whispered to me.
DNA を調べた結果、あなたのものだったようで。
Oh no.
Doesn't it have a .001 chance of being wrong? That was an accident.
詳しく事情を聞かせなさい。場合によっては腕を取ります。
Well, at least you're gonna let me write it out first.
It was an accident. Please, don't be mad, Ella-san.
怒らないわけがないでしょう。どんな理由があれ、あなたが私にその性を、いやらしいものをぶちまけたのは事実です。
You're like the third person it's happened to in this route, and they're not complaining.
So that's not counting the other route where, anyway, keep your voice down. Make sure the others don't hear you.
Too late. It looked like they had overheard.
低層を奪われました。
But we're not even on your route.
Okay, you're blowing this way out of proportion.
赤ちゃんができたらどうするんです？初めてだったのに。
Do they not have sex ed in Sortilege, or is it just because they're royalty?
Well, that's a bizarre way of putting it.
市松さん、
僕たち違う世界の人間になってしまいましたけど、お元気で。
John Spartan?
Yeah.
I saw the three of them off.
あら
Sylvie!
相変わらずモテるね、オーロは。
レーナは焼き餅とか焼かないのかい？
いやー、彼氏がモテるんは気分いいっすわ。
There's no way I'd ever be popular, though.
まあ、市松に任せれば大丈夫だよな。
あ
ああ。
でもあいつ嫌いだわ。
あ、あ
ああ。
すいませーん。
ああ、さっきの何か。
お見送りに来ました。さっきは蹴っちゃって、すいません。
そうなんだ。いや、気にしないで。
いい子だな。それにこの子も可愛い。
それと、感動しました。皆さんの心意気に。
え？
来年の自分たちが不利になること分かってても、島さんのご友人のためを思って行動できるところとか、エースを書いてもあくまで上位を狙う姿勢、スポーツに携わる同志として感動しました。熱血です。頑張ってください。応援してますね。
うん。
天使だ。
惚れた。
やっぱり市松先輩のお友達さんだけあって皆さんすごい人ばっかりです。今度先輩の昔のこと教えてください。私先輩のこともっと知りたくて。
I was about to say, they're all on Akane's route, but then that happened.
ではお先に失礼します。
KO.
嫌いだ。
ほら早くパーティーが始まっちゃうわ。
Well, be that as it may, we may have to hold off on that party until the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
gives us something to look forward to. That was unexpected and surprising. For both of us, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, my theory was completely blown out of the water. So, okay, he got the offer from the US, Toryo, but it seems like it's to get him out of a really crappy situation with the baseball club.
He should totally take it.
Yeah.
Even if things were good at the baseball club.
Absolutely. I mean, he's not going to get an opportunity like that again. I mean, yes, it is very noble of him to want to think about his teammates and help them, but the fact of the matter is, I mean, his career prospects are pretty much shot if he doesn't take this offer.
Yeah, because his team sucks.
Well, it's not even...
And he's just going to burn himself out.
Exactly, or he's going to end up injuring himself and just completely having to force himself out before his career's even had a chance to begin. So, yeah, I'm really curious to see if Ouro is going to be able to convince him to go.
Yeah, me too.
I guess that's going to be the really big thing, because it's like, okay, we've resolved the pregnancy scare. Jokasaki's actually kind of treating us a little bit nice, which is a little scary in a way, but also good. I think this is probably the last remaining big... I mean, there's the party too, which I'm curious to see if we'll figure out that Maria Bishop is Ria in this route. I kind of think no.
Huh.
I don't know though.
I never considered the possibility that he wouldn't find out.
The only way that I can think he would find out, okay, maybe two ways, is if Reina during the concert is like, oh hey, doesn't that look like Ria? And Ouro's like, nah, that can't be Ria. And then it is. Or if Sylvie blurts it out.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to figure it out on his own. There's no way.
No, he's not capable of that.
We'll just see how that goes. Either way, it should be a very interesting Christmas party. Well, thank you all for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we hope to see you in the next one. For now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off.